Logitech's G502 is the most popular gaming mouse in the world, but is this for a good reason? Well, to find that out, I tried gaming on it for a few days, and to be fair, it's really not that bad. And jumping straight into the gaming stuff, my first person shooter of choice is Call of Duty Black Ops 6. It's kind of good that we've actually got a decent Call of Duty for once. So I've been playing the Nuketown 24/7 playlist, and in all fairness to this brick of a gaming mouse, it's really not that bad. It's usable and it didn't feel like it was holding me back too much. Yes, something like the DefAdder V3 Pro is much better for first person shooters as it's quite substantially lighter than the G502, but this mouse tracks well thanks to its hero sensor, which is the same one that's in the G Pro X Superlight, so there's definitely no problems there. And it's got light speed connectivity as well, so the latency is not really an issue. And there's no interference, so that's no problems there. The biggest problem with the G502 is simply its weight. And what this leads to is making the mouse feel a lot less responsive, especially on more control mats like the Corsair MM350, which is the one that I'm using. Yes, I know quite a lot of people are telling me to change this mouse pad. I just haven't gotten around to it. And it will also cause some fatigue over your gaming session. So if you're gaming for quite a while, the G502 might fatigue you out. But on the upside for this gaming mouse, strategy games and like city builders and stuff like that are perfectly fine on a mouse like this. And I'd argue the G502 is better than most conventional first person shooter-esque mice because it's just got a ton of buttons on there. If you actually utilize these, this can be a very powerful mouse if you use it properly. And that's why I say the G502 is the jack of all trades, yet it's the master of none, because you can go from working on this mouse like in Adobe Premiere Pro, where I have separate buttons selected for different things in that application, and the same for Lightroom as in Logitech G Hub. You can customize it on a per application basis, which is very neat. And from that, it can go into a gaming session with basically no problems because it's got a great sensor and decent wireless. This is something that the MX Master doesn't have, but it's also something that higher end gaming mice like the G Pro X Superlight also don't have. And back to gaming, this begs the question, can you get good on a Logitech G502? And to answer that, I'd have to say, yeah, you probably can, because after all, your gaming skill isn't a matter of what gaming gear you've got, but it's a matter of just general ability. The G502 isn't like one of these terrible like laser mice which tracks horribly and the sensor just goes all over the place whenever you go for a flick. It doesn't do that. The sensor's quite good on this mouse, as I feel like I've said quite a bit in this video. But yeah, you can get pretty good on a G502, and I'd wager a lot of PC gamers out there have grown up using this mouse. I certainly have, as this is my third one, so yeah, I personally like the G502, and I feel like you can get pretty decent on it. But if you want to climb that ranked ladder, yeah, the G502 probably isn't going to be the mouse for you, and I'd recommend something a bit more lightweight and a bit more responsive due to the reduced weight. Something like the DefAdder V3 Pro wireless is absolutely excellent for this, particularly if you've got larger hands, because the shape of it is, well, it's quite a big mouse and it suits my hand pretty well. But if you've got a smaller hand, there are plenty of mice out there. What I'd recommend doing is looking out for some reviews, but I will have some of my mouse favourites linked in the description below, including this and the first gen Logitech G Pro X Superlight, as that's probably a better buy than the second one because Logitech just kind of didn't do anything with that mouse. Anyways, lightweight gaming mice aren't the end all and be all of PC gaming. Yes, they're really nice, they reduce fatigue and they're a bit more responsive, but if you're just a casual gamer and you don't really care about ranked play, the G502 is perfectly fine. You can find these for like not a lot of money at all on Amazon sales and stuff like that. I will have the G502 linked in the description, so if you want to pick one of these up, you can get one through my affiliate links. But on the other hand, if you want to play more strategy-based games, G502 is going to be great for that. And if you use your PC for work as well, yeah, the G502 is absolutely brilliant for that because you've got a gaming sensor with gaming technology, but it's also got some of the features of the MX Master, and it's also got the best scroll wheel in the world. And I would have to say, if I could only use one mouse for the rest of my PC gaming and work career, it would have to be the Logitech G502, purely because it's just the most versatile mouse on the gaming market. With that being said, if you want to watch the video where we built this gaming PC here and work PC, you can watch it in a video up there. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.